What's going on, Genshin gamers? Sam here, back at it again for another video. And in today's video, Hoyo just announced their 3.5 banners, and I wanted to give my thoughts on them. So let's get into it. Oh boy, Hoyo officially done did it this time. These banners are not great, gamers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Not only is Dia kind of become underwhelming, she's going to the standard banner after 3.5. Hoyo really didn't give our flame main the love and attention she needed, which is frustrating. Couple that with the fact that the 4 stars aren't great either. I mean, Bennett, yes, Bennett is cracked. If you don't have C0 Bennett, if you don't have C1 Bennett, I pray you can get him. Also, C5 is really good. And then, if you are still going to be a Dia main, C6 Bennett will work. But the problem is, there is no 4-star pity. So theoretically, you could just get Barbara, which would be very not Pog. Because let me tell you, Barbara is not great, Chief. She gets outscaled very, very quickly in this game. I mean, early game, yeah, she can work as your healer. And in a pinch, maybe in Hyper Bloom, if you don't have Kokomi or other sufficient healers or shielders, she can work. But man, Barbara is not it. Kali is okay. I mean, as far as Dendro application goes, she's probably the third best, but she's well behind, Dendro main Traveler, and then also well behind Nahida as far as Dendro application is concerned. But, she can work in a pinch and Hyper Bloom and Aggravate. Her burst can do some decent damage. So all in all, Kali is fine. But again, you could only get Barbara if you want Kali, or Bennett if you want Kali. So yikes, this banner is a no, 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 Chief. Now, on a little bit of a bright side, but it's also not a bright side because it's a weapon banner. We all know how the weapon banner is. But the weapon banner isn't bad. And when I say isn't bad, it's really the 5 stars I'm talking about. So Dia's new signature weapon, Beacon of the Reed Sea, isn't great or fantastic, but it can suffice. The best thing about it is the crit rate. This will be the first limited crit rate claymore that we have. The only other crit rate claymore we have is the Serpent Spine, which you have to get from the Battle Pass. Base attack isn't bad. The passive is a little niche. Obviously, best in slot for Dia. Maybe it could be used on Diluc, but Diluc doesn't really get any of the HP scaling benefits of this weapon. So maybe future characters this will also work on. But the crit rate is nice. So, if you are a Dia wanter or you're going to get Dia and you also have some Primo gems left over, her weapon, obviously best in slot for her, and it'll probably suffice in the future. And, this Staff of Scarlet Sands, this weapon's actually pretty good. I think it's pretty solid. You got the crit rate stat, and then the passive is pretty good as, the equipping character gains 52% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. So all in all, I think this weapon is really solid. The 4 stars are nothing to write home about. You got the Alley Flash and Alley Hunter, Eye of Perception, Dragon Bane, and Sack Greatsword. So not great, but I mean, we've had much worse 5 stars on the weapon banner. So something to think about. But we also know how bad the luck is on the weapon banner. So tread lightly. And then they also released their event weapon, and this weapon is kind of interesting. So it's a claymore, obviously, but it has EM as a substat. So for me, the 2 characters that come to mind are Diluc and then like a reverse melt Chung Yun. Obviously, both of them have very heavy influence on their kits from their elemental skill. So I mean, would it be ideal to run this weapon on those two? No, probably not. But if you wanted to do some crazy vape, melt, or reverse melt damage with those characters, it could get kind of nutty. I mean, damage per screenshot could be kind of fun. So, all in all, a relatively solid event weapon. Now, one more thing I wanted to mention, and that is I think Hoyo intentionally made 3.5 banners terrible. And I want to tell you why. Obviously, the outrage with Dia was insane. I myself am and was very frustrated with how Hoyo has released her in her current state. I mean, the split scaling, the mediocre, multipliers, etc., coupled with the fact that she apparently doesn't work with Xing Cho and Ye Lan. And then she's going to a standard banner, so her potential is, for the most part, capped. And now her 4 stars are bad. And I really think they did this on purpose. They know that this banner probably will be the worst selling banner in Genshin history. In fact, I'm pretty confident this will be the worst banner in Genshin history. But the reason I am a little optimistic is because I think 3.6 could be one of the best banners yet. We have Baiju coming and we have Kaveh coming. Now, we don't know what they do, and I'm not going to talk about leaks. I don't even really think there's that much information out there. But I would say these two characters could be very crucial for Dendro reactions, specifically probably more so on like the aggravate side. And I think if you're an Alhaitham haver, like myself, you're going to be very pleased with what these characters do. And also, I think they're going to have also more utility for other teams as well. And I also think Kuki Shinobu will probably go on Baiju's banner. That's just my guess. And if you put Kuki Shinobu on Baiju's banner, holy smokes, I'm sold. I will blow all my Primo gems on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's my thought. I think Hoyo was like, you know what? No one's really interested in Dia because we screwed her up. Let's just make 3.6 an absolute banger. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my theory crafting mind kind of working. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give my thoughts on Dia's banner. And that's it. I appreciate you guys all so much. Make sure to comment down below. Are you still going for Dia? If so, I pray you get her early so you don't have to suffer through the mediocre 4 stars. It's at Bennett. But that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.